Okay, well, when we last left off, Fate and Cliff had just been kidnapped by an agent from a land called Aquaria, the agent Nell. And we find ourselves here in the mining town of Curlsaw. As you can see, we are currently in the inn. Got a nice cozy fireplace roasting over there. Save points, everything. What I'm going to do, though, before I go any further in the game, and I'm warning you right now, those of you watching and paying attention to the video, you can skip this video if you don't want to watch me read through the dictionary. I am going to be reading through the lore and the history of this game in the dictionary here, and won't actually be doing any plot or gameplay, really. If you are the type of person who does not care about lore or anything like that, you can probably skip this entire video. I will not be doing anything in it but reading through these definitions, getting a better grasp of what's going on in the world, the different factions, things like that, and yeah, this is what we got right now. You can probably guess, though, from the first dictionary session we had, this is probably going to double or triple in length. Every definition has a chance of unlocking more definitions. It's just like, how deep can the rabbit hole go? Well, let's start out, let's start out, I guess, at the very bottom here. We'll start out at Nell Zephyr. I'm guessing, actually, that I have missed a bunch of words. Oh, yeah. I've only read through the white ones, so, I could spend, honestly, days, probably, reading through all of these. These are the people that we haven't read about. Oh, boy. 2 parts of Norton. All of these different races. Wow, miscellaneous things. And there's probably like 100 or 150 definitions I should read through here. Man, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't try to keep up with the dictionary. Damn it. That's a lot of reading. What do we know about Curlsaw? The town in the kingdom of Airyglyph that lies closest to the border with the neighboring sacred kingdom of Aquaria. The number of soldiers stationed here rose sharply after the war started, and its atmosphere is growing increasingly tense. It is governed by Count Woltar and the Storm Brigade, which reports directly to him. And then we got this channeled force term here. A force created by changing the form of Runological Force in such a way that extremely tiny electrons move back and forth between material objects in a special kind of flow. Storage and transport of this force is relatively easy, and it enables even those who cannot use Runology on their own to wield Runological power in the form of a Runological Weapon. In other words, the Eloquorian term for electricity. So they're actually pretty advanced, that other kingdom is. They've at least discovered the fundamentals of electricity. Let's see, a Runological Weapon. A weapon of the kingdom of Aquaria, in which Runological Force has been converted into channeled force and stored, so that an untrained person can use it anywhere at any time. Okay, here's the definition for Runological Force, a scientific term. The force generated when Runology is used. The strength of the Runological Force created will depend to a large extent upon the level of the Runological invocation and the strength of the Runologist's psyche, as well as upon the Runologist's experience and purity of bloodline. The purity of a Runologist's bloodline is determined by their ancestral connection to the Holy Mother, Aquaria I. The more concentrated the blood of Aquaria I is in a Runologist's veins, the more qualified that Runologist will be. And Aquaria I, the first queen of the ancient kingdom of Aquar, now thought by many to be the precursor to the sacred kingdom of Aquaria. She was also the first Holy Mother. Aquaria I is said to have received 6 runes and 1 magic sword from the emissary of Apris, messenger of the goddess Apris. Her eyes were also opened to the flows of Runology. And what's this? A rune. A specially shaped design that is required for Runology to work. It is possible to use Runology as long as one of those designs is nearby, be that on the floor, on a wall, or elsewhere. However, the effective Runological power decreases by a factor of 4 with the distance between the rune and the Runologist. So other than a few extremely rare, highly trained individuals, almost all Runologists have some number of runes inscribed upon their bodies that they use when practicing their art. So who's the emissary of Apris? This is a myth and a tradition of this land here. A prophet born from the divine breath of the god Apris, the primary god of the Church of Apris. The emissary of Apris is charged with acting as the voice of Apris. It is said that at each turning point in history, the gods have bestowed their secrets upon the Holy Mother and led her along the true path. In the kingdom of Aquaria, an ancient kingdom that ruled most of the continent of Gait over a period from 700 to 320 years ago. Aquaria, often seen as the predecessor of the sacred kingdom of Aquaria, was eventually destroyed by an invasion from the kingdom of Greeton. So Greeton is kind of like arch mortal enemies then, I would assume, of Aquaria. Unless Aquaria is just a much smaller fragment of Aquaria, and so they might not even care about their past with Greeton. The continent of Gait, a continent in the southern hemisphere of Aquaria II. Gait is divided into 3 regions. The mountainous southern region is ruled by the military superpower of Airyglyph. The plains in the northeast are ruled by the sacred kingdom of Aquaria, and the hilly region to the northwest is ruled by the Sanmite Republic. The Sanmite Republic, a nation located on the continent of Gait. On the planet Aquaria II, the Sanmite Republic was created by humanoids in order to resist the 3 surrounding nations. The policies of this nation are decided through discussions among the representatives of all of its various tribes. I want to know more about the Holy Mother first. According to the Church of Apris, the Holy Mother is a person sent by Apris, the sun god, with a highly sophisticated knowledge of runology, as well as the power to command the secrets of the gods. The Holy Mother also possesses the special ability to deeply perceive the flow of runological force with the naked eye. And what's a runologist? One who serves the sacred kingdom of Aquaria by utilizing a technique known as runology. Obviously, since only a very small number of people are initiated into the art of runology, the ability to use these techniques alone marks a person as an important individual. Although some runologists do not serve Aquaria, these few exceptions to rule are almost all people who have absconded from the kingdom themselves, students of teachers who have done so, or retirees. Apparently we need to look up the kingdom of Aquaria again. So, what do we know about runology here? A secret art that may only be taught to selected members of the royal house of the sacred kingdom of Aquaria. The technology of runology, which is practiced by inscribing certain patterns known as runes on the body, and by combining special incantations and sigils, is able to affect a variety of different phenomena. Although the relationship between runology and that which is referred to as symbology in the Pan-Galactic Federation is unclear at present, it would seem that they are fundamentally similar. And here's the other 2 kidnappers besides Nell. These are her accomplices here. Farleen, an enlisted member of the Secret Legion unit of the Sacred Kingdom of Aquaria. Farleen is always under a great deal of strain, as she works directly for Nell, the leader of the Secret Legion. Her easygoing personality belies superb political judgment and unsurpassed leadership skills. This is not to say that those around her believe and act upon what she says, though. Now we know a little bit about the Secret Legion, so let's see. A secret Aquarian unit led by the Crimson Blade Nell Zephyr, primarily responsible for gathering information in the kingdom of Airyglyph. The Legion of the Void, which operates in the kingdom of Greeton, and the Spectral Legion, which operates in the Sanmite Republic, both report to the Secret Legion's command structure. So apparently they've got 2 additional branches out there working, huh? The Crimson Blade, a title given to those individuals most trusted by the Queen of the Kingdom of Aquaria. A person with this title may not be hampered in any way by anyone but the Queen herself, and can issue orders with the authority of the Queen. Okay, so Nell is a lot more important than I think the game has let on yet, quite obviously. She's not just some simple mercenary or soldier working for the kingdom. She is the very tip-top of the best. Nave, an enlisted member of the Secret Legion, a special unit working for the Sacred Kingdom of Aquaria and led by Nell Zephyr. Nynaeve is a top-rate hand-to-hand fighter, even compared to other members of the Secret Legion, and can even double for the Legion's leader Nell in a pinch. Although Nynaeve has never been formally trained, she is one of those rare individuals who have succeeded in training themselves to be extremely proficient in the military arts. So maybe we really didn't have anything at all to be worried about. Maybe fate was just being a big whining crybaby about them. Seems like they can probably handle themselves. Traum Mountains, a snowbound mountainous region between the royal city of Airyglyph and the town of Kurlsa. The jagged cliffs and mountain walls of this area make for a great deal of variation in altitude. Lum, a horse type? What's this? An equine mammal that inhabits many regions of Eloquor II. Lums are used in the kingdom of Airyglyph as mounts due to their innate speed and power, but due to their volatile nature, they only see wide use in battle and security functions. Since lum horns were once prized for their effectiveness as a virility enhancer, the wild lum was nearly overhunted to extinction. You gotta learn to limit yourselves if you're gonna be hunting animals out there. It's completely destroy an ecosystem. Shame on them. Shame on them. Mechanized Corps. So wait, they've got Mechanized Corps? They've got a mechanized unit here? A special unit of the technological superpowers of Greeton comprised of steel, humanoid, motorized machines that are manipulated by a man known as the Fittir. These units were responsible for the downfall of the ancient kingdom of Aquaria. It is said that the bodies of these machines were impervious to damage by arrow or blade, and that their arms thundered as they shot forth gouts of flames. So someone on this planet, some kingdom, has full-blown machinery with flamethrowers. Spoiler alert, I guess. Church of Apris, let's see. Yeah, let's find out more about the church here. A polytheistic religion honoring Apris, the sun god, as its central and most powerful god. Although all inhabitants of the sacred kingdom of Aquaria, and roughly half of the humans living elsewhere on Eloquor II adhere to the worship of Apris. According to the Church of Apris, when upheaval is at hand in the world, a prophet of Apris, the sun god, descends from the heavens to search for the age's most powerful wielder of runological power, usually a woman, and elevates this person to the status of Holy Mother. Of course, with the current invasion by the military superpower of Airyglyph, it is believed that the prophet of Apris, the sun god, has descended in our age. This time, the Holy Mother is thought to be Aquaria XXVII, who is also queen of the sacred kingdom of Aquaria. Okay, let's find out more about the queen here. The queen of the sacred kingdom of Aquaria, as well as the Holy Mother of the Church of Apris, the most widespread religion on the continent of Gate. Aquaria XXVII reigns over the entire populace of the sacred kingdom of Aquaria, with her overwhelming charisma and powerful spiritual awareness. Although queens are central figures in the royal dynasty, only rarely do they possess a runological force as powerful as that of Aquaria XXVII. In the long history of Aquaria, only 3 queens have also simultaneously held the post of Holy Mother. Sophia I, the Queen of Freedom, from 10 generations ago, Aquaria XXIV, the Queen of Light, from 4 generations ago, and Aquaria XXVII. What do we know about Sophia I? A heroine who stood against the oppression of Greeton when that technological superpower attacked and destroyed the kingdom of Aquaria. It is a matter of historical record that Sophia I annihilated the forces of the kingdom of Greeton by releasing the power of the sacred orb, which she'd received from the emissary of Apris upon the land of Surferio. What do we know about Surferio here? Surferio, the former capital of the ancient kingdom of Aquaria, a kingdom which predates both the sacred kingdom of Aquaria and the military superpower of Airyglyph. According to historical texts, in a war over 300 years ago, Sophia I, the future queen, released the power of the sacred orb to strike back against the Mechanized Corps of the technological superpower of Greeton. The Corps was occupying Surfero at the time, and as a result, the city sank below the sea, along with the occupying forces. At present, the city is located in territory belonging to the Sanmite Republic, and it is said that many humanoids who are suited to life underwater dwell there. Well, that's interesting. What's a Mechanized? A person in the technological superpower of Greeton who can freely control mechanical soldiers. Exceptionally gifted Mechanized are given the title Mechmaster, and are venerated even more highly than kings. What do we know about the Airyglyph sewers? A system of gigantic ice caves that sprawl throughout underground Airyglyph. The Airyglyph aqueducts are so vast that neither the spies from the sacred kingdom of Aquaria who use them like a highway, nor the inhabitants of the kingdom of Airyglyph who live immediately above them are aware of their true size. What about the city here? The capital city of the military superpower of Airyglyph. Airyglyph's land is surrounded by 2,000-meter-high mountains. Due to its high elevation, natural resources such as grain and animals are extremely difficult to come by. In the past, its finances were covered by large-scale resource mining, the domestication of livestock, and other means, but there have been reports that Airyglyph's mines are nearing depletion. Probably why they're heading out to war is what it sounds like. They're not content to just, import food anymore from the surrounding kingdom. Primarily because when their resources run out, they won't be able to even do that. Let's see. Air Dragon Apris. Aquarius. A major city located in the center of the northern region of the continent of Gate, Aquarius is not only the capital of the sacred kingdom of Aquaria, but also a holy site of the Church of Apris. Despite the dazzling beauty of the clear blue lake that surrounds this city, the Runological Force gathered there is greater than anywhere else on the continent of Gate. Holy Land. Check out one more here, and then I'm going to browse through the other categories just for a bit and pick out a few terms. I'm not reading through everything. Nope. No way. Like I said, I could probably do it, but it would take an hour or 2 or 3. I'm just not really filling up for that. Mechmaster, a title given to the Mechanized and the technological superpower of Greeton, who are especially skilled at controlling mechs. One could count the number of great Mechanized given this title during the long history of Greeton on the fingers of both hands. Okay. Are there any people we really need to know about? Let's see what we know about myself here, or Fate. An ordinary human student born on Earth who is studying in the Symbological Sciences Department of Bakhtin Science University. Fate enjoys physical activity more than studying, and was given an award for his performance at the Universal B-Ball competition, where he slammed and jammed with the best of them. Both of his parents worked and were almost never home from the time he was an infant, but this did not leave any particular emotional scars, and he grew up normally somehow. Undoubtedly, his childhood friend Sophia had a soothing effect on his personality. Fate himself also seems aware of this fact. What do we know about Sophia? A human girl born on Earth who is enrolled in the space-time department of Bakhtin High School. Unlike most young girls of the present age, she excels in various household tasks, such as cleaning and sewing and cooking and what? What is this game? There is a simple reason for this. Her parents are both busy with work, and she has had to take care of the chores around the house by herself from an early age. It's understandable. Incidentally, her father, Dr. Clive Esteed, works at the same research lab as Fate's parents, and her house is close to Fate's house, so the two families have had a close relationship for a long time. Cliff here, a Clausian from Claus III. A member of the Anti-Federation organization Cork, which was founded by Clausians. Cliff kidnapped Fate for an unknown reason. He still hasn't explained how he found Fate, or even why he was looking for him in the first place. Nell Zephyr, a runologist working for the sacred kingdom of Aquaria, who has infiltrated the kingdom of Airyglyph in order to gather information as a spy. Having learned of the importance of the peculiar technology owned by Fate, she felt that Fate is the person prophesied in ancient Aquarian texts, and decided to make contact with him regardless of any danger this might entail. Wait a second, spoiler alert again. I guess that means... Did she say the Queen sent... I thought she said... Did she lie? I could have swore she said the Queen sent her on a mission to get us, or something like that. Maybe she just said that she heard about us. from her two companions there, Tynave and whatever her face is. Maybe she didn't lie. I don't know. I could have swore she said she was on a mission from the Queen, though. Abel Knox, the captain of the Black Brigade, one of the 3 military forces of the Kingdom of Airyglyph. His nickname is Abel the Wicked. He is an excellent combatant, specializing in the katana, a special kind of sword, and in one-on-one combat. He is said to possess skills comparable to Duke Vox, the captain of the Dragon Brigade. Hello, Mirage. What do we know about you? A Clausian woman born on Clause 4, and Cliff's partner in Quark. She may be low-key, but she is dependable and gets the mission accomplished. Mirage trusts Cliff's skills, and will faithfully follow any command, no matter how crazy it may sound. Seeing Mirage and Cliff in action might give one the wrong impression. Clausians are not particularly chauvinistic. Mirage just happens to have an extremely unpretentious personality. And here's his nickname. There we go. Airyglyph XIII, the young militaristic king who rules the Kingdom of Airyglyph. The Kingdom of Airyglyph was formerly poor, never possessing a powerful military in comparison to its 3 neighbors on the continent of Gate. But thanks to the uncompromising merit-based system of the current king, Airyglyph XIII, the Knight Brigades, which used to be nothing more than clubs for the nobles to fraternize in, have been rebuilt into formidable military units. The reformation spearheaded by the king has led to the Kingdom of Airyglyph possessing enough force to overwhelm the other 3 kingdoms, all in a brief period of time. For this naturally ambitious king, the invasion of the sacred kingdom of Aquaria is merely the first step in the path to the complete unification of the continent of Gate through conquest, if you believe the rumors. Surely you wouldn't believe the rumors. Duke Vox, he's going to be kind of a thorn in our side here for a while, so let's learn about him. The uncle of Airyglyph VIII, the current king of Airyglyph, as well as the captain of the Dragon Brigade, Airyglyph's aerial assault unit. Having survived Airyglyph VIII's major reformation, Vox certainly possesses considerable skills, but since he disdains the pride and honor of knights and will do absolutely anything to win, he does not get along very well with people who put the pride of a warrior first, such as the captain of the Storm Brigade. Incidentally, Vox does not get along with Abel, the captain of the Black Brigade, either, but this seems to be simply a case of 2 strong personalities butting heads. Norton Part 2. A Reserbian felon sentenced by a court on Reserve to 687 years on a prison planet in the Beta Sector. He attempted to escape en route by sabotaging the engine of the escort ship that was taken him to the planet, and was eventually forced to live on Vanguard 3 after the ship proved impossible to repair. Hey wait, here's the storyteller. An Alphalian troubadour in the Rossetti troupe, from the Island of Flowers, which is located in Earth's Aegean Sea. Although he grew up on Earth, he never lost his people's characteristic speech mannerisms. Quantestori possesses the scary ability to soberly recite line after line of poems and other turgid material. Let's see, what else do we have here? I think I'll go for about 7 more minutes, maybe. Be another 30-minute video. Maybe. If I can find enough to read. What do we know about the Blue Dolphins? Some of these I might have read before, too. But whenever I had to restart because of the battle trophies, I might not have read all of them. If you remember, I had to restart because I forgot to enable my delicious battle trophies. So, Blue Dolphin. A marine race that lives in the city of Orba, which lies underneath an ocean on the planet Expel. This is readily apparent. Blue dolphins are descended from dolphins, but the race actually evolved the ability to live on land due to planetary pollution caused by the Energy Stone in 366 SD. However, the blue dolphins have a rough time living on land because their skin dries easily, and they can never stray too far from water. No wonder they like to surf. But still, it didn't say anything about them being able to survive the vacuum of space. So I'm not sure why that one on the ship wanted to fly through space. Excuse me, go surfing through space. I don't really care about any of these people. I do want to know about Clausians. Why are they so strong? A sentient race that lives on Clause 3 and 4. This race possesses excellent motor reflexes and hand-eye coordination, and it is said that the average Clausian can easily surpass a top Earthling in every aspect of physical capability. Clausians respect self-reliance, and regardless of the fact that more than a century has passed since first contact was made with this race, they still do not belong to the Pan-Galactic Federation, or to any other multi-planetary government for that matter. Clausians are also known for having an external appearance that very closely resembles that of Earthlings. If they didn't have 3 distinguishable green lines around their necks, they would resemble Earthlings with extremely good physiques. So they've got green lines around their necks. I'm going to have to look for that. I did not notice that on them before. That's a Tetragenault, a race that lives in a group of 4 artificial satellites that orbit the planet Tetragenesis in the Eta sector. The Tetragenaults have a strict social structure, and the society is run by 4 noble houses, 1 in each satellite. Decisions for all Tetragenaults are made at councils that are convened from court nobles of all 4 houses. The most distinguishing characteristic of the Tetragenaults is without doubt the third eye in the middle of their forehead. Tetragenaults make some of the best gunners around. Since they are able to see things with a total of 3 eyes, their spatial perception is superior to most other races. What do we have under miscellaneous here? Don't really care about any of these. The Storm Brigade, a cavalry brigade and one of the 3 military branches of the Kingdom of Airyglyph. The Storm Brigade rides around the battlefield on lightning-quick animals called lums, taking advantage of the animals' running speed by charging and disrupting enemy formations. The current captain of this brigade is Count Voltar, Lord of Kurlsaw, who is also commander of the Glyphian Defense Corps. In the Kingdom of Airyglyph, the appellation Knight carries with it strong connotations of personal valor, and soldiers assigned to any of the 3 brigades, remember the Storm, the Black Brigade, and the Dragon Brigade, are always given this title. Sector, no. What is SD? That means stardate, right? A system of dates established in 2087 AD on Earth, the 3rd planet of the Sol system, and the standard date system in use in the Pan-Galactic Federation. This system commemorates the year Professor Trillis Bakhtin developed his faster-than-light subspace warp system, which first enabled interstellar travel. On March 7th, 4 years after Earthlings first traveled faster than light through interstellar space, the Terran government at the time established this system of dates, with 2087 AD designated as the first year, in honor of this great achievement. So now we know whenever this timeline started. That's nice to know. Quark organization, I think we've already read that in the previous video. I could be wrong. Magnitude. See energy magnitude. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, one of the core principles of quantum mechanics that states that the momentum and coordinate of any subatomic particle cannot both be known at the same time. In other words, if you measure the location, the act of measurement itself will actually change the momentum of the subatomic particle. Conversely, if you measure the momentum, then there will be no way to simultaneously measure the location. This does not mean that you cannot know the coordinate or momentum of a particle before you measure it, but rather that particles are made up of a combination of wide variety of possibilities, and really have no specific location or momentum. There is no way to know the results until you actually take a measurement. This physics theory is so powerful that it even has philosophical ramifications, and it is no less important nowadays in the SD era than it was in the era before space travel. So they are still wrestling with that, something like 700 years into the future. Good lord, quantum mechanics. Genomorphous, energy magnitude. What is an energy magnitude? A unit created to express huge amounts of energy on the universal scale, with magnitude 1 defined as the average total amount of energy emitted by a star approximately the same size as Sol in 1 microsecond, millionth of a second. In this notation, the amount of energy expressed goes up by a factor of 1,000 with each magnitude, so that the energy indicated by magnitude 9 is 1 septillion times the amount of energy indicated by magnitude 1. Wow. Wow. Communicator, don't need to know any of these really. Apris. the central god of the Church of Apris, the most widely followed religion on the continent of Gate. The star Elikor is said to be the physical manifestation of Apris. The teachings say now that Apris has set his own body on fire and become Elikor. He can no longer return to the ground, but by sending the emissary of Apris, he is still able to lead the people. Okay, I believe that that is enough terms for now. And I'm actually going to save it. And whenever we come back, we will get back to exploring Kurlsal. Well, yeah, we'll start to explore Kurlsal, actually. I'll be doing more dictionary videos in the future as we unlock more terms. And I'm going to try to actually keep up with it. Because if you'll notice, those new terms, they cycle through. So if I don't check it, you know what's going on. I'm going to have to just read it more often.